everyone, welcome to English Tadorkar. I'm so glad you people are here, and today I'm going to be talking about the 4 pillars we need to be an excellent public speaker. Now, there are different other things that we need to be and do in order to improve our public speaking skills, but there are 4 fundamental things that is as important to the beginners as it is to the experts. So we are going to talk about the 4 pillars of being a great public speaker. And before I get into that part, let me remind you that if you are looking for any online courses, please feel free to contact me in the phone number which you will get from the link in the description below, and that is the link to the Facebook group of English Tadorkar. And I'm also gonna request you to like this video and share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you are deriving a lot of value out of it. Now let me get to today's topic, and I hope you enjoy it and find it useful. So our topic is public speaking. Now we will have to understand the difference between being a good spoken English speaker and being a good public speaker. Now, what is a public speaking? Generally, when we are talking to more than 2 people, more than one person at a time, it is a public speaking scenario. So let's say that you are talking to another individual, so that is a one-to-one conversation. But the moment there's more than one person involved at the receiving end, that you are talking and at least 2 other people are listening to you, that is public speaking. And this public speaking can include more than 2, any number of people. We have seen the political leaders addressing millions of people in the rallies and in the political gatherings, and we also see different business meetings where thousands of people appear in those sessions. And we also see teachers giving classes, and us even teaching different people at the same time, or even talking to a group of people at home. Like if you are sitting at your dinner table with your entire family members, like all the members of your family, then that too will be considered a public speaking scenario. Now let me get in touch with you about let me get you introduced to the different pillars of being a good public speaker. So what are the 4 pillars you need to be a good public speaker? Now, first of all, you need to desire it. One of the basic things that we need to be good at anything that we do is the desire to be good in it. Now, the desire cannot be externally enforced on us. Like, this is something that we are generally not taught in our education system. We are told by the society, by our families, and like the entire world, basically, that we need to do certain things to be successful in our lives, whether we want it or not. So it's not a choice, it's not a matter of desire, it's just we are being forced to do this, and that's a recipe to failure. If the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, said the first and foremost thing you need to be successful is having the love for the thing you do. So you need to have love for the things you do. And let me clarify you that one can be very fluent in English and can still be a bad public speaker. Now let me give you an example. It may confuse you a little, but after explaining this, it's gonna be as clear as daylight, So imagine that you need to speak with a group of people in a social gathering in your mother tongue. How do you feel about that? Do you feel confident about speaking in your mother tongue with a group of people, or do you not feel confident? Now, your tongue is not something where you are not fluent, because you are fluent in your mother tongue. So in spite of being fluent in your mother tongue, you may feel certain difficulty communicating with a group of people, or more than 2 3 people at a time. So you need to understand the difference between fluency in a language and public speaking. Two are different things. Now, we of course need to be fluent in English. That's a prerequisite. That's a prerequisite for being a good public speaker, because until or unless we know a language, we can't really speak in it, whether to one individual or to a group of people. Now, we need to know good English to be able to speak publicly, but that's not enough. There are many other things we need to acquire, many skills we need to acquire and be better at, need to hone in to be able to be a good public speaker. So first and foremost thing you need is immense desire to be a good public speaker. Number two is desire is not enough. We need to have a purpose. So you need to write down what your purpose is. Why do you want to, learn this, and how dominant factor that is. Like, let's say that, imagine now, write down why you want to be a good public speaker, and then ask yourself, if your friend calls when you are preparing your public speaking skills, if your friend calls, or if your best friend calls, which will be more desirable to you, talking to your friend or preparing for public speaking? Now, this is a tricky question, but honestly, there may be an emergency and you need to talk, you may need to talk to your friend, but what is important here, that the desire must be strong enough that you can make space for it in your daily routine. If you have other priorities and it doesn't really line up, it is not surprising that you may find it very difficult to be a good public speaker. So you need to be very clear on your purpose, what your purpose is. So let's say most of the people, now this has been scientifically there was a survey, and it says that 85% of the people who are working in their jobs are not satisfied. Like 85% of the people don't like their jobs. So if you are one of them and it is your job that requires you to be a good public speaker, there is no wonder that you won't really feel the purpose in it. You may be forced, but it is a forced purpose, so there is lack of desire and lack of purpose, because there is so much money can give you. I mean, money is a good inspiration, but if you are spending like 8 hours or 10 hours of your day at your work, and if you're not satisfied with your work, there is no wonder that you probably would not want to put in the effort to be a good public speaker for your work. So you need to have a purpose, a solid purpose to be fluent, to be a good public speaker. And so you need to be really good. You must have a solid purpose. So when you feel there is lack of motivation, you can come back to your written document of your purpose there, so that you can read it and again feel motivated. The word motivation has motive in it. So when we have a motive to do something, we have motivation. Lack of motivation is basically lacking motive. There are certain moments when we lack motive, and that is because we lose our touch with the purpose of our actions. So our purpose has to be clearly defined on, on paper. The third thing is, public speaking is a combination of language skills and confidence. So you need to hone in your confidence. And there is one thing, like we are never born confident, and there is, famous saying that you need to act confident before you actually become confident. So in the process of acting confident, you actually become confident. So it kind of starts as an acting. So you need to hone in your language. So this is your third step, that you need to hone in your language and act confident. This is a very crucial step. And number 4, that is the final step, of becoming a good public speaker, and that is practice, practice, and practice. You just need to keep practicing, practicing, and practicing. That's indispensable. So more you prepare, more you practice, better you become. So we kind of need to remember one more thing, that repetition is the key to remembrance and success. So more you repeat something, your brain understands that it is important. So more we repeat something, it becomes more important. And more important it is, your brain is going to inspire you, make you remember certain things. So you need to repeat and repeat and repeat to be able to, really fluent and be a good public speaker. So you need to do all these things to be a good public speaker. And at the end, and last but not the least, just give yourself time and have determination and persistence. And these are the tools you need to be, a good public speaker. Now, those of you who are in the channel and are actually trying to be good at spoken English, for them, I would say that the very fact that you watched this video, you actually did listen to me, which exposed you to, the world of English, and you spent some time listening to English, and it is actually helping you to be more fluent in English. And all the very best. I hope you are getting a lot of value out of this channel. And let me remind you again, please like this video and share this one with your friends and family, your younger ones, and your co-workers, your colleagues, your friends, classmates. And please subscribe to the channel if you're getting lots of value out of it. And thank you so much for being here. And I hope that all of you get the interest and desire and purpose, a purpose that comes from within, a purpose that is really dear to you, and to be a public speaker, to be a good public speaker, so that you can actually allot time and priority for this. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow, and thank you so much again. Bye.